greatest. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up these bands, can hit the island for vacation. I've been know my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now they wanna date us. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot.
They go play action here on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Solomon Thomas in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Touchdown, 49ers! Dante Pettis, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida, an absolute mess. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Back to Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. Then just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit. Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Detroit, Detroit.
Looking to throw. And a 3rd down pass falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
4 down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going for it all. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon down to the 25. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Detroit!
Back to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Cowboys. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on third and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
No, twisting away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. And they're not able.
Perfection is something playing this game or whatever we do, hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for, is that pass.
The football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the 1st quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain at 25 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Deep, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers continue to roll. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On second down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions,
the Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first.
exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
A first down carry by Elliott. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot! Gun!
They'll look to throw here. A dump off to Elliott. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. The give is to Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football. But I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure, because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
No, check.
Give him 5 yards there. It'll bring up second down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Well, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
They'll set up to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. To punt it away, we'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Brandon, these quarterbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
You ain't going nowhere. Check it backer.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Flushed out. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey. All right, now, look at 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Leopard! Detroit!
Okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. That one goes for 24 yards. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Back to throw here. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Gone! All right, now, look at 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Amara Darboh, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Sheldon Day in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They run with Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big third down play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly
That
clear
is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sheldon Day in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 15. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping, picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And this one will be brought back to the 22. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure puts him...
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Leopard! Leopard! Hey! 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Motion! Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And it's a fumble. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
Gun!
They'll look to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A dump off to Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Nate Gary.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right here. Hey, check my
10th carry now for Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Gone!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They run with Pumphrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Now Elliott. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change. Coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Goodwin able to haul it in. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Leopard! Detroit!
Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now back to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Teez Tabor.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man on the crossing route. And a loose football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing